How's it going, my trim people? Dr. Slacking, the Slacking Doctor, back with the semi-finals, I'm pretty sure, of the EWT, as this week your Forest Green Snovers go up against JRicky and his Hera Horde. Hera Horde? Hera Horde. Is there another word at the end of it? Hera? I think it's just Hera Horde, right? Hera Horde Pokémon Club. Yes, that's it. Hera Horde Pokémon Club. I knew there was more, but I knew it wasn't like a place name. So this is the first time I'm ever getting to battle JRicky. I would definitely go and recommend checking out his side. I got to watch a lot more of his content earlier on in the season when I had a bit more time and really enjoyed it. So definitely go and check him out. He's recently come out of retirement to play in the EWT and similar leagues. And a really nice guy. Got a lot of time for him. So go and check out his side of this battle. But yeah, we're going into this game underprepared as always. Shout out to Eric. We ran one quick mock yesterday where I changed the move on one of my mons, and that was it, really. I don't have a lot of faith in this. I don't have a lot of faith in... I'll be honest, this is one of these things. Like, we took over a draft rather than drafting this team, and I've never quite clicked with it. I know I made a lot of trades, but I just never quite clicked with it, and yeah, I don't know. I'd be surprised if we... I don't know. I'd be surprised if we make finals, to be honest, with this team. But not because it's a bad team, but just because I haven't quite hit my stride with it. But anyway, hopefully we can get connected here. I'm just going to quickly tell you what we've got because I forgot to do that before. So we have a Leftovers Protect Bronze on, which is heat proof, not Levitate. Let's hope that doesn't bite me in the ass. We have a Xatu with Leftovers, hoping that hazards just don't go up because we have a Xatu, so maybe that will work. We have Warren the Diggersby with an Assault Vest this week, pivot set. We have a Choice Scarf Trick Grimmsnarl. We have a Weakness Policy Bulk Up Zeraora. And a 3-attack Protect Black Sludge Tentacruel, which is very speedy. So, alright, we see pretty similar to what I remember Eric bringing. I've got a feeling maybe the Togekiss didn't come. I know that the Arcanine didn't... Oh, no, it did come, but it was like a subset, and it got smashed. We didn't have much time, and the mock, to be honest, I'm not sure how great it was. It existed, and it would thank you to Eric. It wasn't on his fault that it wasn't that good or anything like that. I'm not sure how tuned in I was at the time, so... Yeah, it's always a bit of a problem, isn't it? So I could lead with Warren and just try and get some U-turn momentum. Could see what, like a Lapras lead. I don't want to have to switch into Hydra immediately, and Warren can kind of do that with his Assault Vest. He can kind of take one. So I think I'm just going to lead off with Warren, as I think that puts me in a decent spot against everything. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Gonna lead off with Warren, try and get some offensive pressure / momentum early, and then try and stay on the front foot. In terms of win cons, Scarf Hydra, potentially a problem. Scarf... Togekiss, potentially a problem, although less so. And Autotomize Aegislash, the big one to watch out for. We are running Bulk Up on the Zera to try and abuse a Sandaconda. So hopefully we can make that happen. And then once the Sandaconda goes down, hopefully go on a bit of a sweep with Zeraora, or at least reveal the Scarf to try and stop Zeraora, but potentially just sweep with it. So I didn't find in the mock against Eric, I had very good opportunities to get that going, to get the sweep going. So I maybe need to consider playing the Zeraora a little bit more aggressively. So if we get this one right, we make sure that we lead off with something that can really hit this. Now, if he chooses to stay in, I think there's a decent chance he's Scarf. Because otherwise I feel like he might fear my Scarf. I'm just going to U-turn. If he wants to go into Togekiss or something, I can get momentum. I don't know if he does want to do that particularly. And I could either go straight for Zeraora or more likely get my rocks up. I didn't actually calc this to make sure that I take this, but I'm assuming I take this. I haven't even imported my sets. Yeah, great prep for a semi-final here, Matthew. Good work. Good work. So prepared, as always. Oh, I've just finished actual work, and it was a really busy, really long day. Problem with working, yeah, so he U-turns himself. He is faster than me. I'm going to suspect that he's Scarf from that. I wonder if he's physical, because that seems to do a lot. Choice Scarf. Yeah, this comes out here, makes perfect sense. I kind of wanted to knock off to try and catch this thing, but I think it's okay that I didn't. So his U-turn should have done about 19 to 22 from a specially offensive to my Warren. I'm at 126. So is that, yeah, it did exactly 22%. So you got like max roll on a no investment, timid or modest Hydreigon. So that makes sense. Now, how aggressive do I want to be? I think that's a Scarf Hydra, so I don't think I want to be that aggressive just yet. So I'm going to go into Earnest, and I'm going to get my rocks up. He might try and like T-Wave flinch me down, or just straight up Fire Blast me or something, but I do have the Heat Proof on here. He might also go for Shadow Ball, but I'm just going to get my rocks up, because I want those up as early as possible. I don't think this is Scarf now, but I think I can potentially knock it off with a Digger's Beak. So I think rocks are really, really good. Arcanine, Lapras, and this may all be boots, but that's fine. I still want them up. I still want to start chipping things down. I don't really want to just go for a Toxic or something like that. I don't think that's worth it at this stage. If the Arcanine comes in, I may just choose to stay in and go for the Toxic, which I think would catch him off guard. If he's sub Arcanine, I don't have a way to break that, which is what Eric brought, but I don't see that being the case here. I don't think that's likely. And I have other ways around it if it is, but Flamethrower is going to come off, going to do nothing. Hopefully it doesn't snag the instant burn. Nope, doesn't. Perfect. So here I can either Gyro Ball or Toxic. I don't think it's worth me protecting. I don't feel like he's going to stay in because that did so little. So I think I'm just going to Toxic, try and catch the Arcanine. I don't think he's going to let me just Gyro Ball this for another 20% chip. I don't think. And if he does, then hey, I get this thing Toxic. But I think it's more likely we see the Arcanine here. And I could double to like Diggersby or something to try and catch that Arcanine. But I don't think that's worth it either. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it either. So he's probably realised I'm heat proof. How do I want to play around the Arcanine? Wild Charge is going to really hurt the Tentacruel. That might not be the worst thing in the world though. I wanted to try and use the Tentacruel as an Aegis-slash pivot, but I might not have that option. Okay, this thing comes out. I think it's Scarf. I'm going to click Protect here. I think it's Scarfed and I want to see what it locks into. Now, of course, if you Nasty Plots or something, that's far from ideal. But we have other ways around it. So, yeah, I think I'm going to Protect because I just think he's Scarf. I really do. I really, really do. So, I would like to know what he's going to click here. If he's going to U-turn, if he's going to Draco, if he's going to Dark Pulse, if he's going to Flash Cannon, if he's going to Fire Blast. He's just going to U-turn. How big are my balls? I think we already know the answer. I'm going to Toxic again. It's not good if he goes Aegis-slash actually, so that's not really a play. What could take the U-turn and anything else you would want to go for and stop the Aegis-slash coming in? What would this bring in? Lapras. What do I switch into Lapras? Bronzong. Okay. Yeah. I want it, like, I think he's U-turning. I think he's Choice Lock. However, he can just go Aegis-slash and I'm walled, so there's no real point in me. Okay, so he isn't Choice Locked, so it's a good job I didn't get my testicles out. That's what I'm saying. That would have been real bad for us. I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam here. If he wants to go Lapras, that's fine. I'm going to get Chip and I'm going to find out his item. So I'm just going to Dazzle because he might not expect me to be faster than him. And he might not expect me to have the Gleam. And he might just think he can Draco here for a KO. So it's interesting that he's not Scarf. That's really interesting. He does switch. Is it the Lapras? It is the Lapras. Aha! So, interesting. He's not heavy duty boots. He could be Whirlpool Perish. That's what Eric brought. As he reveals the leftovers. Could be Drill Run. I think he's going to be Whirlpool Perish. And I don't really have a great way of punishing that also takes a Freeze Dry. So I think I'm just going to... I think I'm just going to Protect. I want to scout out whether he goes for the Whirlpool, whether he goes for the Freeze Dry. I know he gets Leftovers Recovery, but I get Black Sledge Recovery, and I don't really care about this thing. Yeah, as he reveals to be Whirlpool. Whirlpool, Perish, Protect. Toxic. So I could go Xatu and Whirlpool, Perish, Protect. Does he have an Ice move on this? That is the question. Does he have an Ice move? I'm going to go Xatu. If he Freeze Dries here, he Freeze Dries here. Xatu's my only thing that can pivot. As we do see the Whirlpool come out. That's fine. It's fine. If he double Whirlpools, that's a great play. But I'm going to U-turn here. I might end up having to sack something to this if he double Whirlpools or if he protects them Whirlpools. All of these I think are legitimate plays. I could just Nightshade for chip right now. Nah, I am worried about the Ice move. I'm going to U-turn. So I think we're going to see a Perish song come out here. I don't want to risk the win con in Taku on a potential... Yeah, so I'll go into you on the Perish song. If he double Whirlpools and I lose this, this is the best thing that I could lose, I think. Yeah, good play, good play. Like I could have tried to go Diggersby. I definitely would have taken the Whirlpool and then I could have U-turned out. I don't think I want to take that much chip on Diggersby right now. And there was always the chance he clicks like Freeze Dry or something there because of the Xatu, you know, not being immune to it or anything. So I'm just going to get rid of this thing's leftovers. He's going to Perish Song and he's going to take my Tentacruel. But that's okay. I can then try and set up on this with Zera and go for game now that I know that the Hydreigon isn't Scarf. Just gonna Dazzle here. Yeah, as he protects, makes sense. Lose Tenta. It's not great for Arcanine. It's really not great for Arcanine. Dazzle again. It's also not great for Hydreigon, but I think this was my least useful thing. Okay, so Rest. Rest, Perish Song, Whirlpool. Okay, so he has no attacking move other than the Whirlpool. That's really useful to know. So he is kind of walled by the combination of Diggersby plus Xatu. That's fine then. That's fine then. I'm just going to knock off here as he burns one turn of sleep. And then I think I'm just going to go for game with Zera. I think I am. Because he will still have at least 2 turns of sleep left, and he's not. So he has to go Sandaconda. And then, what's his Scarfer like? Aegislash? I doubt it. Togekiss? I doubt it. Did I knock? Please tell me I knocked to cover this switch. I did knock, right? I didn't just Dazzling Gleam again. Yeah. Imagine if I'd scolded. That would have been amazing. But I would never do that because of... well, I could have done that. It literally wouldn't have cost me anything to do that. Alright, so I don't get set up with Zera here. But this thing dies. And my way of killing you is suddenly... wow. Okay. I guess I use you now. I don't think he wants to let me chip this down, so I don't think this Sandaconda stays in. Which means that I can just click Mega Kick, and I'm doing big damage to something. If he wants to go into, if he wants to stay in, it's fine. He's never going Aegislash, right? You never in your right mind go Aegislash, so fire off a Mega Kick. I've got to find an opportunity to get. Wow, he lets me get chip on this. Really? But what about Zera, man? What's your Zera contingency plan? What am I missing? Sandaconda, level 50. Warren, my Mega Kick did way more than 37, right? So he doesn't look like he's Fizz Death. I think my U-turn kills. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be slower than him. And I don't really want to leave this in. So I'm just going to U-turn. I think there's a decent chance he switches out as he's Rest. So that's a contingency sound. Be Rest, Shed Skin. Sleep Talk? I doubt you were in Sleep Talk. If I had Earthquaked, I would have fucked this thing. He's really relying on waking up here. Alright, I'll go into this. I wish I had U-turn instead of Mega Kick to Diggers being gone into the other thing on the Glare, but let's see if he stays asleep. Yeah, so he stays asleep here. This gives me my first guaranteed bulk up. Depending on how many turns he stays asleep here is not good for him. That's one. He obviously won't wake up on this exact attack, but he might wake up at the end of the turn. Nope. That's two. This is the gambler running in Rest Shed Skin, my man. This is three. He guarantees to wake up this turn. Let's find out. I don't think he's got any phasing moves. So, I think all he can do is Earthquake me here. And that gives me my weakness policy, which makes me +5 attack, +2 special attack. So at +5 attack with Zera, my Drain Punch looking like a roll. So gonna Drain Punch here, looking like a roll. Oh, we don't quite get it. So he gets to put me back down and gets another chance at a crit, I guess. I'm obviously just going to Drain Punch again. I may as well. If I had Grass Knotted that turn, I might have knocked him out. Depending on how Spadef he was, I might not. Damn, if Diggersby had just done a little bit more. But the U-turn play worked out. It was definitely the right play to get this in while this thing was asleep. So obviously we are now at +5. I don't know what the check is. You could go AG and King's Shield to get me down by 1. Get me down to +4, I guess. Does AG take a +5 hit from me? Maybe I should have been greedy and gone for another bulk up instead of Drain Punching the first time, I guess. So this thing can come in and intimidate me. I'm just going to click Plasma because he doesn't have a Plasma switch in, so I guess he's just going to try and intimidate Cycle if he, you know, he risks me clicking bulk up if he switches out, I guess, so it's pretty scary for him to do that. This could be Scarf, I guess, from the fact it's not Boots, but I don't know if it will kill me. Honestly, I don't know. I'm at +3 defense, so as he switches out, so I'm guessing it's not Scarf. He needs to just recycle Intimidate, or Intimidate Recycle, however you want to say it. So when he comes back in, I'll be down to -3. and I can Plasma again, and he will have to sack the Arcanine at that point, I would think. I don't know. I don't know if he's just trying to get me down in range of Aegislash, maybe. Or get me like to the point where I can't kill Aegislash. So, yeah, now I'm at +3. Aegislash probably takes a hit from me. But I'm going to keep attacking. I'm not going to overthink it. There's really no need for me to do anything but this right now. So an Aegislash shield comes out at +3. If he's max HP, I won't kill with Plasma Fist. He'll have about 2% health left. And his Shadow Ball... I could have been Drain Punching. Why aren't I Drain Punching? Oh well, it doesn't really matter. His Shadow Ball doesn't look like it KOs me unless he's like Specs, so... If he's Specs Modest, his Shadow Ball will KO me, so... But then he'll be Specs, and that's fine. He'll be locked in, I can go Grimmsnarl and get some KOs. Yeah, this set did work. Like, when I was building, I was like, I think this set can just go in, and it seems to have. If he King Shields and puts me down at -2, it's the same situation. I don't really care. I'm just going to Plasma Fist. Yeah, like I say, he has to be Specs to kill me, so... Yeah, it's fine. Like, I'll go down to -2. I still 2-hit KO him. And he still can't OHKO me as far as we can tell, right? So... Yeah. It's like, I could call these things, you know what I mean? I could call the Recycle Intimidate, I could call the King Shield and bulk up in his face, but for what purpose? Like, I'd rather, if Zera goes down here to Specs, well, he's not Specs because he King Shield, so again, I don't think he can kill me. As that does so much to him. Goes for the Swords Dance, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. I Plasma again here. Even a crit Shadow Sneak I don't think kills my fat Zeraora. I've got a shitload of defense EVs, so I don't even think a crit would kill me. I mean, it might, but he is +2, so it might. Probably would have done if it had crit. So I think we're good. I think we're good. I think that just leaves Togekiss, right? And Togekiss gets popped. So I think that's a GG Zeraora sweep, lads. We just had to get it in a little bit earlier, be a little bit more aggressive, like I said. I mean, maybe this thing's good. I've been trash talking this thing like crazy. I've been telling Aquarius like, "Oh, Zera's bad. Like, why did you leave me with Zera? Like, what is this thing? It's useless." Well, I'm looking a bit silly now, aren't I? Plasma again. Oh, he has 2 mons. He has... What else does he have? Oh, the Hydreigon. So Togekiss drops. Yup. Yeah. Oh my god. How many did Zera get this game? How many KOs did this thing get? Did he get all of them? I don't know. I don't know. Bad Pokemon. Bad Pokemon. He's already dropped me a GG. I'm going to drop more about GG, bro. Zera sweeps. So I feel like this is the thing. Like, maybe you guys are hyped watching this. Like, I remember back when I first got into Pokemon, I'd watch, like, Pimp Night, like, epic sweeps or whatever. And you'd be like, oh my god, they're sweet. And, like, all you wanted to do when you played Pokemon was like, I'm going to get a sweep. And, like, I feel like once you get into Draft League and you like the people you're playing against and you want to create, like, good, interesting games, sweeps feel actually worse than other games because they feel anticlimactic and you feel like for your opponent, like, I'm sorry that you're having to just send out your Pokemon and sack them all. This must be really boring for you. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, Draft League players, about getting sweeps. Do you enjoy them or... Obviously, I enjoy winning. I enjoy that your Forest Green Snovers are going to another final. Another final. ICP and EWC finals simultaneously. It's not bad, is it? But yeah, I don't know. There's just something about sweep that I don't know. It's a bit dull. But that being said, it was just unfortunate for him that his matchup versus that Zera set was horrible. Like, I built that Zera set and I was like, okay, unless there's a Scarf or like Scarf Hydreigon, this just wins. Like, this is really bad for him and there's nothing he can really do about it. So obviously the fact he was asleep helped a lot because he could have Intimidate cycled and King Shielded me more. But ultimately I would have punched such a big hole in his team. I think he would have been in the back trying to come back from it. So Yeah, it was one of those things. One of those things. I definitely got a little bit lucky with the rest turns for sure on the shed skin, but that's also the gamble of running shed skin, right? So GG to him. Congratulations on a fantastic season. Honestly, go and check him out because he's a really good guy and really entertaining content. But yeah, we're going to finals. We're going to finals, lads. It's a miracle. EWT, last time we were in it, we bombed. We were awful. It's the only league, I think, in this generation that I didn't make playoffs in, Wi-Fi League, that I didn't make playoffs in this generation, I think. So it's nice to come back and we go into finals. It's really nice. So anyway, thank you so much for loafing around with me, and I'll catch you again next time.